In recent years, project management tools have received a lot of attention. Every project manager wishes for the project to be completed in the most efficient, and now this is where the Zoho project comes in. The various features of a project management tool provided by the Zoho projects, such as task management, timesheet, billings, reporting, and customization option enables a project manager in understanding where things are working properly and where they require assistance. Project management software can be a complete solution for all of your project management needs, from planning to execution, including time, money, documents, resource, clients and stakeholder, invoicing, reports, and many more. If you are curious to know more about the same, stay right where you are, because in this course you will explore and understand this project management tool right from the scratch. So without any further ado, let's get started right away.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any new updates or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video for any queries or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.
Project management and project management tools have become the need of the hour. So today, we have come to offer you a course on Zoho Project by Great Learning. And I'm Edwin Thomas, and today we'll be spending some time understanding this new project management tool which has been trending, right? So before we directly jump into our learning objectives, let's understand what are the course takeaways that you will be getting from attending this course, right? So we'll be starting off the course with the topic that is, what is project management? So basically, Zoho Project is a project management tool. So in order to understand the tool, we need to understand what is project management, right? So then the first module, we'll be understanding what is exactly a project management, in which we'll be understanding what exactly a project means to you, right? Then after which we'll be moving ahead with the need for project management tools. Now, there are so many project management tools that are in the market. For example, Asana, Slack project management tool, then Jira project management tool, and now we have the Zoho project management tool. Now, we need to understand why is there a need for so many project management tools in the market, right? So we'll be understanding what is this necessity that the project management tool, or what are the advantages that project management tools provides business organization to actually increase their productivity, right? So that's what we'll be exactly discussing in the second module, wherein we'll be discussing the need for project management tool. Then we'll be moving on to our main topic, that is introduction to Zoho projects. So here is where we'll be discussing, or we'll be starting the conversation of what exactly is Zoho project management tool, or when was it Zoho actually came into the market, what is its website. We'll understand what exactly is a Zoho project management tool. We'll be understanding the different important features that Zoho projects offers us, or to the business organizations that inculcate Zoho projects into their business goals, right? So that's what we'll be understanding in the introduction to Zoho projects. Now, moving ahead, we have the most fun and interactive session, that is the hands-on demonstration on Zoho project management tool. So basically we'll be directly moving into the Zoho project management tool, and we'll be understanding each and every feature parallelly when I'm taking the class, right? So basically we'll be moving into this side, we'll be understanding the different slabs, the ribbons, what are the different features that they have been provided to make the businesses easier. Now, at last, after understanding almost all the feature or the basic features, we'll be moving ahead with the pros and cons of Zoho projects. So basically, each and every Zoho project management tool has its own pros and its own cons, like its own advantages and disadvantages. So basically, in order to understand what are the pros and cons, we'll be discussing it in the last session of this course. So you will have a proper idea whether you would want to get into this project management tool, or would you want to prefer any other project management tool over Zoho Projects? So that is what we'll be discussing in the last part of the session. So I hope you guys are in line with me and stay tuned to learn more. All right, guys. So now let's get started with our course. So the first module we'll be discussing what is project management, right? Now, there's a question that I would like to ask you guys. That is, what exactly is a project? Now, before we start to understand how to manage a project, we need to understand what exactly a project is, right? So, answer me. You guys have to answer me that what exactly is a project? That's because the term project has been associated with a person's life from right from his childhood to even his school days to the college, and to a person who is entering into his first job, and to a person who is exiting or retiring from his last job that he is going to do. So that is the amount of impact or the association that term project has within a person's life. Now you may be wondering, what does this project have so much of influence or association with a person's life? Now I will answer that question to you guys. Now you might be wondering, what did I do in my school days? Now in your school days you might be doing some assignments that were assigned to you, and that can be considered as a project. You might be involved with doing a painting, or you might be involved in creating a poster that can be assigned, that was assigned to you by your teachers or your faculties, right? So that is a project. Now coming to your college days. In your college days, you might be involved in your college project, mini project, major project, and finally your graduation project. So in this, you might have required Arduino programming, Raspberry Pi programming, or Python programming. So many of things comes together, or also the other kinds of projects like sustainable development, environmental impacts on. These are the different kinds of projects that you might have taken up in your college days, right? Now, talking about the first project, like if you are a fresher and you're going to join into your first company, you are definitely going to be getting assigned to a project that your manager will be assigning to you. So, in the same way, the person who is even exiting a company, he will also be assigned. He would also be assigned to a similar project, or he might either close the project before he is exiting the company, or he might transfer all the projects that are remaining to the his successor, right? So this is the term that is actually being associated with the person's life in his entire job, or in his entire business if he's owning a business. So a project is something that is like defined as a series of tasks that must be completed to achieve a specific outcome. So if you are a freshie going into a company for the first time, your manager will assign you a series of tasks, which in the big picture the manager will explain it to you what is the specific outcome that they are expecting from you. And that's exactly what is a project. A project is defined as a series of tasks that must be completed to achieve a specific outcome. I hope you guys are clear with that definition of the line, right? Now, a project has a definitive beginning and an end. Now, when you were in your school, the faculty assigned you, or the teacher assigned you the assignment, and that is considered as a project. Now when she assigned you the project, that was the initiation of the project, right? And she might have given you some deadline to finish it off. So you might have initiated the project, and then before the deadline you might have completed the project. It might be something, or an essay, or something on a poster, or a painting, anything. That is the project that was assigned to you. Similarly, in your college, right? If you might have attended any college projects exhibition, right? Every year, every college, engineering college hosts an engineering exhibition project, right? So your faculties might have told you guys there is a project on like for example, if I had to take a date, 24th of August. So before 24th of August, you might have started initiating the ideas, you might have started initiating the plan to actually submit a project on or before August 24th, with all the reviews done with your professor. So that is the that initiation phase has become, and 24th August is the end. And now you have the in the college you have the final year graduation project. That was all the study, all the practical knowledge that you earned from the 4 years of engineering. So that project actually initiated when you started your engineering, right? So that's how that was the initiation phase, and the end phase was when you were graduating. So that's when you actually submit your 4 years of hardship and work and knowledge into a project and submitting it to your professors, showing that this is my working project and this is my final year graduation project. So that's also having an end. So that's why every project, even if you go into a company, if you're going into a service company like Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, they have the IT services provided by other companies. And for example, other companies come into Wipro or TCS to actually provide them a software or develop them a software, and they want that software to be hosted into their servers within this particular deadline. So your manager will might come to you with a series of tasks and assign you that these things must be done in order to get these outcomes, right? So, and he'll also provide you some deadline that this must be completed within this week or within the next month. So that's how every project has a definitive beginning and an end. Now, coming to the third point, that is, a project can be managed by a single person or a group of people, that can be hundreds of people or thousands of people. So basically, the project or the people inside a project actually depends on the scope of the project. Now, when you consider a project that was given to you in your childhood, it's just very small assignment that might require an individual to finish it off. In your college, your professors might have told that group when you do it in a group, you can work faster. So you might have worked with a group of four or three or two, or even in an individual level if they are not comfortable in working with a group. So according to the scope of the project, if the project is big, you might require four people or three people in order to get things done faster. Right. So in your college, you might have done with the four people or three people. Now, when you're coming into an organization works on several different projects, and each project might have some 40 to 30 people or even hundreds of people who are actually working on one particular project to aim and to get a specific outcome. So this one particular project is divided into so many series of tasks that is getting assigned to a particular individual or a particular group of individuals. So these big projects are getting subsetted into small series of tasks, and they are then given to a small groups of people, that which all combined together actually creates one big huge project with a specific outcome, right? So that's how a project can be managed by a single person or hundreds of people. Hope you guys have understood how this is different. Now, coming to the last point, that is, every project is unique and is a one-time activity. Now, what do I say? Why do I say that every project is unique and one time? Every project that you create is from your own innovation. It's your own ideas that you are creating a project out of, right? So it is your thought process, and each and every time you are creating a new project, you are going to add in some new innovations to that project. And that's why each and every project is a unique and a one-time activity. Now, when a project is not a one-time activity, it's just a duplication of the project. So basically, if one project is helping to solve the other any other project, so that is wherein a new project is actually implemented. That is a modification of the previous project, and they're providing new ideas to the already existing product, and that is also considered as a new project. So that is also even a one-time project wherein the new ideas are getting pitched in and getting attached to the already existing project. So every project is, that's why, called as a unique and is a one-time activity. So I hope you guys have understood what exactly is a project and have understood all the four major pointers that describes what exactly is a project. All right, guys. So now that you have understood what exactly is project, now we can go a step further and understand what is project management, right? Now, project management is the planning and managing a project to complete its listed objective and deliverables. So basically, when you are actually going to initiate a project, you list down the objectives, you list down the deliverables, and you understand what is the specific outcomes that needs to be got from the particular project, right? So basically, project management is the planning and the management of the project. So you guys have listed down the particular things that are going to be required, and project management is going to help you get things planned out and also arrange all the necessary things that would ease away, or it can be said that it can be a catalyst that actually helps in increasing the productivity of completing the projects faster. So that's exactly what is project management for you. Now, project management applies processes, methods, skills, knowledge, and experience to achieve the project objectives with the accepted parameters. Now, in this line is where the role of the project manager also comes in, where the experience of the project manager comes into play in a major role. Now, if a project manager already has the experience of managing the project, it would bring a lot more things into initiating and planning out things in the new project, because he has already come up with the hurdles, he has already surpassed and crossed the hurdles that was already come to his older projects with the experience that he had with the older projects, right? So, with the experience and with all the processes and methods and the skills and the knowledges that he has possessed within himself, he'll be applying it all to this new project for which he'll be getting the results much faster and an easier manage. So, project management also involves whether the team is also involved in the checking of whether the team has the particular skill sets or the particular skills that is actually required for completing or accomplishment of the project, right? So also there's one important factor that within the accepted parameters. Now every project has a particular limit or the white lines that it should not be crossed in order to complete the project. So as a project manager, he must make sure that those limits aren't crossed and the projects are getting completed within a well given deadline. So that's all about project management and the role of the project manager in a small detail. Now, coming to the third point, it includes recognizing, managing risks, careful resource management, and open communication across multiple team and stakeholders. So basically, project management takes leads over almost all the departments, as in the project is where the revenue is being created, right? So basically, it involves in recognizing and managing the risk. So when you are into a project and when you are managing a project, you need to understand what are the potential risks, and you need to understand how to manage this risk that is getting involved in that particular project, right? So now after that comes the resource management. Basically, it can be human resource management or even non-human resource management. Human resource management are the skills of the people that are required for the particular project, and non-human resource management is like the technology or the machinery that will be required in order to complete the projects faster. So that's what is careful resource management for you. Now, open communication across multiple teams and stakeholders is what project management actually helps in, by communicating the ongoing risks, ongoing projects, ongoing processes, or the series of tasks that is under a project, that is to be communicated to all the stakeholders of the project. That can be investors, that can be project leads, project team managers, upper hierarchy of the business organization. So everything must be in an open communication. For a project manager needs to actually communicate to the entire team and the multiple teams that are associated with that particular project. Now, coming to the next thing that comes under project management is the project management life cycle, and it consists of 5 cycles. That is initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closing. Now, when we take up the first one, that is initiation, it's basically understanding the goals, understanding the priorities, deadlines, and the risks of the project. So basically, when you are in the initiation stage of a project, you need to understand what is the bigger picture or what is the ultimate goal that you're trying to get out of this project, right? And then you list down the priorities, you list down the deadlines, and then the risks of the project. So basically, well, whether it will be a financial risks to a business organization or to your own self project, if it's your self-owned entrepreneurial project. So you need to understand what are the risks as well, so that you don't have to go into financial burden, right? So that's what the initiation phase comes into picture in the first cycle. Then is where the planning actually begins. Now, basically, you might have listed down your priorities, you might have sketched down the plan, you might have kept the deadlines, and now the outline and the task and the timeline required for each task. So basically, when it's a bigger project, you will have small projects in within itself. So you need to understand, create subsets of the projects and give it a particular timeline, so that these small projects gets completed within a timeline, and that would actually accelerate the process of completing the bigger project, that is the ultimate goal of receiving what is the specific outcome, right? So that is where the planning comes into picture. Now, after the planning, one of the most important thing is that the plan must get started execution, right? Only when you start executing the plan or executing the project, it's when you can achieve the specified goal. So turning plans into action is where the execution of the third cycle, that is execution, takes place. So all your plans, all your timelines, you need to be very strict to it, and if any other things mishaps happen, you need to manage, and that's where the execution cycle comes into picture. Now, monitoring. Now, tracking the goals and the budget. So basically, each and every task will be associated with a goal and will be associated with a particular deadline and also a particular budget. You need to monitor all these tasks, all these small subsets of the projects that are assigned amongst the team. You need to understand whether the goals are getting achieved. Are the goals being achieved under the particular deadline? What are the budgets that has been put on to that particular task or that particular project to achieve it? You need to keep on monitoring all these things in order to understand how profitable is going to be the final ultimate goal, that is the specified goal, that is the end of the project going to help you or financially profit you, right? So that is what is monitoring stage, that is the fourth cycle, the fourth stage of the project life cycle. Now coming to the closing part. Now, you need to analyze the results, summarize the key learnings. So basically, in the monitoring, when you are monitoring, you are get to understand the goals are getting achieved. And in the closing stage, you need to analyze the results. So basically, the results and the key learnings. You need to understand, you need to analyze what were your goals that you had kept in, what were your deadlines that you are kept in after the completion of the goal. You need to analyze whether the goals were achieved, and understand whether the company or the organization or your personal project is getting profitable, so that after which you can summarize the key learnings wherein the things did go wrong, and where the things didn't go wrong. So you can learn what happened where the things didn't go wrong, and you can learn lessons from the things which went wrong, so that you won't repeat the same mistake when you are getting assigned to a new project. So that's where the closing stage, that is the final stage of project life cycle for project management. I hope you guys have understood what exactly is project management and what are the five stages of project management life cycle. All right. So we had a lot of discussion with respect to what is a project, the project management, and also with respect to the need of project management tool for a business organization or for a company, right? So now let's go deep diving into the main topic, that is introduction to Zoho projects, right? So now we'll be here discussing about what exactly a Zoho project is. So basically, Zoho project is a cloud-based project management software which was introduced or launched in 2006. Now, as you can see on the screen, the website to Zoho projects is www.zoho.com/projects. Now, apart from being a web-based project management tool, it combines the collaboration and the management capabilities. And apart from this, it also has the reporting capabilities for that actually helps a lot in a project for project managers to actually monitor the individual or a group of individual with respect to their task that has been assigned to them. Right. Now, beyond being a project management or a project management solution tool, it uses the power of social media software to manage the projects online, right? So Zoho Projects brings or onboards the entire team together and assist them to complete their job online. So that's how Zoho Project is actually so much helpful for business organizations and also very useful for project manager to monitor any particular series of tasks that is to be completed before a particular deadline and submitted for review or for the final production, right? So now let's move ahead and understand what are the main features of Zoho projects, right? Now, talking about the first feature of Zoho Projects, we have task management. So basically, Zoho Projects enables us to divide the task or subdivide the task amongst the group of members or the team members. That is the work breakdown structure. Then we have issue management and the different task views wherein the project manager can view the tasks of what and all updates or how is the progress of each task that is being taking place, right? Then we have the customization option. So basically in customization option, it includes the layouts, it includes the custom fields, the custom views, and the custom statuses of different tasks that has been used. Basically, you can rearrange the view of the projects that are being assigned onto Zoho project. So this I'll be showing you when we'll be doing the hands-on demonstrations. And then we have the next thing that is the team collaboration. So basically in team collaboration, there that is exactly meaning the how the team different teams collaborate with each other with respect to a single project, right, in completion of the single project. So basically there is a section of feeds wherein different teams can come in and mention different people's name and tag along the issues what are they facing and then get the rectified solutions. So there is an option of feeds, there is option of chatting, there are forums that can be created, that is small groups, and a lot more functions like email alias and different functions that can be inculcated in Zoho projects. Now, coming to the next function, that is automation. So basically, you can create a blueprint. For example, you can if any process that is having any regular procedure that is the same one procedure is followed for any initiating any project, that can be a mundane task when so many project comes into picture, right? So you can automate this thing with respect to the particular blueprint. So basically, you can assign that to initiate a project, you'll have to go through the following steps and create this steps to particular steps so that he can only proceed through the next step by completing the first task. So that's how you can actually automate the process which are mundane or which are repetitive in any project, right? So that's how you automate. That's another feature that Zoho project brings in with it. Now coming to time management, that is one of the most important things that any project would be actually looking forward to, right? So now in Zoho projects there are timers, there are timesheet, there are invoicing and budgeting and calendar. Basically, there are timers that count downs the amount of time that is left to complete the project or any complete the task. Then there is a timesheet wherein the number of amount of time that is spent on the task can be logged into manually or automatically with respect to the activity that is being shown in the Zoho project. And this way, the amount of productive time can be calculated for any particular group of individuals or for single person, right? So that's how time management is also managed in Zoho project. Now coming to the next feature, that is the charts and reports. Basically in Zoho project they have the task reports, the issue reports, the timesheet reports, everything as a particular report along with it. It has the project dashboard, the budget forecasting also with respect to it, wherein you can create good reports with respect to all the features that is being provided in Zoho projects. Now coming to the next one, that is the user administration. So basically, user administration is basically taken care of the admin, wherein you can add profiles. If any new hires are coming in, you can create the profile with respect to his name, designation, then the role, what is he using, and if you are actually providing services to outside clients, for example, in IT sector, you can provide the client users also. You can give particular restricted access to them as well to the project so that the client can view how well the project is in progress. So this is something that user administration actually provides that is available in Zoho projects, and it is also very easy for the administrator to actually look into the resource management, wherein we can understand whether that work is distributed evenly, and we can also understand that whoever has completed can get any other work that is reassigned to him. Right, so that's how human administration works. Now, another beautiful feature of Zoho projects is the Zoho integration. So basically, Zoho has a lot of integration with Zoho Sprints, the analytics, the customer relationship management, CRM, the desk, the book, and the invoice, click, and a mail, meetings, people. So many integrations along with it, which you guys can actually you get benefit out of it. So all this Zoho analytics and the CRM helps the businesses understand how the sales figure or the analytics team, it helps the analytics teams to get insights within the project management tool, and also the CRM also helps in understanding the customer as well. So these are the beautiful features, that is Zoho integration and all the other features that were discussed, which makes Zoho projects a very good project management tool. All right, guys. So now you have understood a lot of things that is related to project management, and also you have understood what exactly is Zoho project management tool, and also what are its important features, right? Now, let's directly move to their website and understand the tool by getting our hands dirty inside the tool, right? So me open up Windows in incognito mode and just type Zoho projects on your browser, and you can see the first site, that is https www.zoho.com/projects. Click on there and you will land up to a page that is the official page of Zoho project management tool, where you have the sign up option. So one thing that I would like to tell to all of you guys is that by attending this video course or the tutorial on this map project management tool, you might not have a clear idea or proper understanding of how these tools work, right? So basically, if you have to resonate that you are having so many ideas for bringing up a startup, but you are not implementing it or executing the ideas that are coming to you. Until and unless you are executing your ideas to the fullest, only then you will actually understand what are the different kinds of problems that your startup or an idea that you are planning to make a business out of it. You will understand what are the different types of problems, and only then you will think of the profits and revenue. In the same manner, using a project management tool also, you need to get into the project management tool, try out different things, try out generating a new project and understanding what are the learning curve, what is the difficulty in learning the tool, what are the different features it is offering. So and another important feature of different management tools is that they provide a free trial for all the users, so that the users can actually get in a hang of the project management tool. So you need to just sign up to Zoho Projects, go and sign up. See, even they are saying it's just a 30 seconds process to sign up. Given a give some company name, project project management. I put project management at Great Learning, and I put in a fake email and password and created a account. You can put into your own email ID and create your account. So after you have created your account, you will get dashboard wherein which will directly put land you to a page which shows which is showing this way. Now here they have written that your trial period will expire in 10 days. They are giving a 10-day free trial, right? So, as a new beginner, you just require this 10-day trial period to understand what exactly the tool is. Now, if you want to actually learn about the tool more and more, you can take the premium account and get a mastery over the tool, because any skill that you have mastery over will be definitely helping you in securing any project or any job, right? So that is depending upon your interest. Now, talking about the user interface of Zoho Project, so this is the page that you will land to when you do after you sign up, and then click on the next button and getting entered to the Zoho Projects dashboard. So here is the profile that you can see. Then you have a first page that you'll be landing is into the project there, and wherein you will be understanding the different projects that is already active. Now let's go to the first tab, that is the home tab. So basically in the home tab, it gives a proper understanding of what all things are actually running inside the project or inside the organization. So basically here we have two project management tool, the completed projects, the open tasks, the open issues, client companies, the project groups, and different types of informations have been provided here, right? Now coming to the second option, that is the feed. So basically a project, as I told you, the features, one of the most important features of a project management tool is the cross-departmental conversation or communication. So here is where you can actually communicate to different departments. So you can send message to all projects, or you can send it to any particular projects over here. Click on the message. If you had to mention any person in particular, you can do that. You can do that as well, and click on the submit, and then it goes to the person whom you have mentioned it, right? Now going to the issues, if you go to the home button, there is one more feature that you can actually navigate these things, like you can customize it according to your thing. And in the home button you can actually have a lot of things, like there are my tasks, there are my issues, the works that are getting, is it on due, is it some work overdue, the milestone, the timesheet, and a lot more things are there. Now you can see if you had to open the task, you can go there and click there. You can find out what and all are pending. And if you are going to open issues, there are issues that you can track here. These are some custom made issues that Zoho project indirectly gave us, so that we can get a good understanding of what it can do. If you open it, you can see that in progress, there are different things that they are showing. There can be comments that what is the progress, what is the update, right? You can add a comment, and if the project is or the issue is closed, like basically you can close it over here, and the issue gets updated. And when you close it, when you go back to the home menu, you can see that instead of 6 it is going to be 1. So the issue gets solved. So basically this comes in handy when your organization is in have the IT department. So basically there will be so many information technology issues which comes up with respect to the laptop, to the network issues, wherein people can actually raise complaints to the IT department, and open issues. And when the IT department contacts them and closes the issues, it can be closed. And this is all monitored by the manager or super senior manager who is monitoring any particular project. So that's how that's done. So feed is wherein we can interact, and discussion is another place wherein you can start a new conversation. So basically, depending on you can select the project where you want to start the conversation. These are the two projects. This is one project that I created just for randomly showing it to you guys, and this is another project that Zoho had already inbuilt in it. So that's how you can create a new conversation. Then here is the reports that actually help the managers to understand what is the progress of each and every task that is under a project. So I created the account on February 3rd, so it's showing from February 3rd. If the project had started earlier, I can just move it to earlier stage, right? So that's how you edit the dates and all. And moving on to the calendar. Calendar is somewhere wherein you can book slots with your manager. So basically, if there is an event with respect to social management team or any Zoho project, like any other project team, you can click on the team, then you can put on the event name, and then you can click on start date and end date. Who are the attendees? You can add upon people, right? So I have just put in my ID now. I'll be showing how you can add IDs also. You can remind them and you can say any description about the meeting, what will be discussed, what are the agendas for the meeting. And it's basically like a basic Google Meet calendar. So this is a Zoho Projects meeting calendar, right? Now that's how you can go ahead and save the meeting. Now coming to projects. So projects is the number of projects that the organization is actually currently working on. So I'll just show you guys how to add a new project. So here is a new project option. I'll just put project management one here for the sake of the name of the project. See, that's how you create the project. Now you keep a date, that is 3rd February is the start date, and I'll give a 3 minutes 3 months time for the project to well establish, and let's make it a strict project that is within the timeline so that everyone can understand. Then you can give a project overview, that is a description, that is Instagram marketing, Instagram, Instagram marketing, Instagram marketing, and then there can be influencer marketing, that will be a subtask, influencer marketing. Yeah, so these are the things that will be coming under the project of social media management one. And this is the standard layout. Layout is something different that is coming in a higher paid version. Then you can create any group name and put in there those people, any tags you want. So Gantt chart is something that is very uh, professionally advanced thing. And you can see that timesheets, the milestones, finance teams can expenses can come in. And if you want to make it private, like only to the people who are actually into the team, it can be done that way also. You can create a public also and just click add, and you can see that the project is created. We go to the project bar and see that there's another project in the name of project management one. Right, I think this will be the one. Since one is not visible, I think it'll be confusing to you guys. So, all right, now I'll show you guys how things get like how do we add profiles or add different people to the to your project. So basically, here is a setups. You need to go here, come to manage users. So basically, there are portal users and client users and teams. So basically, portal users are your employees. Client users are if you are running an IT business. So basically, you might have clients from outside, like Infosys, TCS have clients from US and different parts of the world or country, right? So portal users are basically the employees. You can add user. You just have to put in the email address. Like I'll just put sriram at gmail.com and hit on the enter button. I'll put this designation. I'll put as a manager, and you can see manager of which project. I'll put Zoho Project Management 1 and click on add. And user failed to add deact. Okay, this was a deactivated user. I'll just put one more, Rohit at gmail.com. Put him as a manager and social media one, and click on employee add. Right, got it. So Rohit has got added. Now I'll put somewhere Sham at gmail.com. I'll put him as administrator, admin. So admin basically can access all the project, right? So basically that is the role of an admin. So you can add that way. So what exactly is happening over here is when you add a user, when you are actually adding a user, when you are actually adding a user, the a mail goes to their Gmail account, and they can see that they can accept the invitation and come into their live projects. So that's what is happening over here, right? Add. So that's how. So there are now few people inside our site. Now, if you want to use client users, so basically you will have to add a client company, then you have to add a client user ID, and then provide the role. Now coming to the roles or the profile. So basically profile is these are the default profiles that are provided by Zoho. So here is like basically if you had to add a role first, you can add a role like you can put an assistant manager and save, and you can actually create a role over here as assistant manager. And then if you want to add a profile, Roy, user profile, then create ad, yeah, right. See, that's how you add a profile as well. Now that's the basics of what all we have covered. Then, so now coming to tasks. So let's get started with tasks. So basically, inside a project, we have the project management, and let's add a task and show. Right now, let's hit the task name as Instagram marketing, and you can give some description, some description, and general, yeah, this is general. Associated teams, so basically you can create a team and onboard the entire team to the project. Start date and end date can be the same, or if it's with respect to the project is 3 months, you can keep like 1.5 months of project. Priority, you can keep it as a medium priority. Then reminder is not required actually. So billing type, yes, social media is a billable thing, so we'll keep it an ad, right? Now, what is Instagram marketing? There is a task that is created under it. Now under this task, you can actually go ahead and create a mini task or a subtask. So basically, in Instagram marketing, there will be influencer marketing that is taking place, right? Influencer marketing. Right. So influencer marketing is a subtask, so we can give whatever billing type, all that, and add a subtasks. So that is accordingly done. And now if you go and understand, go to projects, if you open up social media management one, you can see that Instagram marketing is coming open. Now, if you want to toggle it and put it in progress, you can see that SM to social media management 2, T1 and T2. This is task 1, task 2 that is acting as a subtask. So that's how you do things over here and get things done. Now, if you go to reports and see that this will get updated, what are the different tasks and milestones that you have created, right? So that's a pretty brief understanding of how Zoho project or the user interface of Zoho project is, and hope you guys have understood it clearly. So that's the hands-on demonstration on Zoho projects. All right, guys. So now that you have gotten a hands-on experience as well on Zoho projects, let's understand some pros and cons of Zoho project or the advantages and disadvantages. So now every project management tools have their own some advantages and their own disadvantages, right? So let's get started with the advantages or the pros of Zoho projects. So basically the pricing is very much reasonable and realistic. So basically they have a 10-day free plan. They have a 10-day free plan for a premium version and a normal free plan that is completely entirely free, wherein you can do a basic stuff with the Zoho project management tool. And the pricing is also very reasonable with respect to the enterprise model or the normal personal project management tool. Now, coming to downtime is extremely unusual. Basically, downtime means wherein if a person is working on a system and the system isn't responding very well, then you will have to call in the customer support and make them understand that this is the problem. So the amount of time that is getting reduced, that is a work time reduced, is comparatively more when you compare to a system, right? So in Zoho project, the downtime is extremely unusual, very low. Now coming to billing, the time tracking are basically an excellent features that Zoho project management provides us. Basically, if you are adding a project and you are putting a billing cycle and the time tracking, so wherein we can put the time progress sheet and each and every employee can update it, so we can understand what is the amount of time that is getting spent on the project and overall the time is getting allocated, and also the amount of money that is getting spent over the project in the various departments wherein the project is actually needing the funds for, right? So you these two features actually are an excellent features that Zoho Zoho is actually providing for as a project management tool. Now, keeping it simple because the tracks, it's simple to track the tasks and the projects. So uh, basically, on the home button, we have the different types of tasks that is getting published over there, so we can easily access those tasks and projects. And coming to the last point, that is customer support. So customer support is something that is excellent for Zoho projects. There has been very due to you can actually see the second point. The downtime is extremely unusual. That is what is meant by the excellent customer support. So you can get to know that when the downtime is extremely unusual or very less, the customer support is going to be really, really responsive towards any issues that you guys are facing. So that is some of the advantages of using Zoho projects. Now, talking about the disadvantages or the cons, we come to bug reporting is in a need of improvement. So basically, customer support was very well, but the way in which the bug reporting it needs some improvement. So basically, the way we can raise a issue to the customer support can be improved. That is what, according to my research and understanding of different reviews from good people, big organization, understood that the bug reporting needs an improvement, and the learning curve is very steep. Like basically, if you hire a new employee, and you are telling that there is a project management tool that has been inculcated in every projects that we are assigned to. So the person first has to learn has to learn the Zoho project management tool, and then only he'll have to get started with the work, right? So the learning curve is very much high. So the employees must be provided some training of Zoho projects in order to actually use the all features. And another thing is that there is no way of knowing if all the features has been used. So basically, Zoho projects has to work on the idea that every feature is getting used. Only then they can actually understand, make the users feel that the all the features that is provided by Zoho projects are pretty useful, and it would actually help them increasing their productivity in any project that they are managing. So currently there is no way of knowing whether they have already used the features or not, right? So that's another con of Zoho projects. All right, guys. So if you have reached the summary part of the course, give a pat on your back. Now, in this module, we'll be discussing what are the course takeaways or what are the things that we discuss in the entire course by giving some pointers, right? So, we started off the course with the first topic, that is what is project management, wherein we understood what is the basic understanding of what is a project. So, first we understood what is a project before understanding how to manage a project, right? So, that was the first part of the first module, and then we understood what is project management and how to manage a project. So that's what we were understanding in the first module of what is project management. Then we moved ahead with the second module, wherein we understood the need for project management tools, wherein we had why do we need project management tool, and what are the most important features that a project management tool that needs to offer. So there are so many project management tools that are available in the market, and every project management tool that is introduced must have these 3 points, that is simple to use, customizable, and collaboration. So that is the things that we were discussing in the second module. And then third, we landed up into the introduction to Zoho projects, wherein we understood what exactly is a Zoho project, which is a website when it was launched, and what exactly is Zoho project, that is a cloud-based project management tool or a web-based project management tool. So that was discussed in the introduction to Zoho projects. Then coming to the features, we were discussing also the different features that Zoho projects have inculcated into their project management tool, which will actually help project managers to get things faster in a productive manner, right? Then we had an hands-on demonstration on the user interface of Zoho projects, wherein we understood how a project can be added, and how different profiles and users, and how to get the reports from the projects, and the different types of tasks that is getting added, and the milestones that is getting added, right? So that's where we understood the user interface. And then finally, We had the pros and cons of Zoho projects, wherein we understood the advantages of advantages or the pros of using Zoho projects. We understood the different pointers that has been mentioned and the different disadvantages that Zoho project has. That is one of the main disadvantages, their learning curve. It is a lot of features that you new hire have to learn in order to inculcate into a project. So that was the summary part of the course. I hope you guys had an amazing learning journey. I am Edwin Thomas and I'll be back with another course very soon.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any new updates or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video for any queries or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.